Hello, everybody. Sherry Moyse here. I am excited to be with you here today. We are going to be talking about how to leverage the Leo cycle for business guidance so that you can connect with more soul clients and make the impact and income you are hoping to. I am coming to you live today as we do every week. My goal is to ensure that you can really tune into the astrology that is present. It is shining a light on things so that you can know how it can guide your content, how it can guide your business development, and it can really create this beautiful, beautiful roadmap. So if you are joining me live, pop a comment in the chat. I am testing out a new platform today, so hopefully we will flow through today with grace and ease. So let's dive in and look at the way that the way that we can work with, the sun cycles for our business guidance. So the sun cycle, like I said, shines a light on what our soul clients are focused on and also provides business building guidance. Each stop along that zodiac journey as we move from Aries to Taurus to Cancer to Leo gives us clear direction also on where we can focus our energy and attention so that your business is moving towards those goals, those longer term goals and intentions that you have. My word of the moment or the past few weeks has been being intentional. And I love working with astrology for this very reason, because it gives us that guidance in terms of how we can be intentional in our business to continue that movement forward. So from a business perspective, growth, this Leo cycle, that's where the sun is shining. We've got a few more weeks while the sun is in Leo. Last week, we talked about how it can guide your content creation. Today, we're going to talk about how these phases can guide your business growth. So during Aries, it was all about just taking action, really just getting out there and doing things, a little more spontaneous. In Taurus, we worked on the plan. Now that we took some action, we have some data, we can create a plan. In Gemini, we connected the dots. What's working, what isn't, where are those knowledge gaps? Leo follows Cancer, and under Cancer, we tuned into why things are important to us, why we need them, created some healthy boundaries, hopefully, and now we should have plenty of energy to start creating for ourselves. Leo is that, energy of being proud and being out there and shining your light. And it's really about playfulness and creativity. And I think that is one of those things that we can lose sight of along our entrepreneurial journey, is that creative spark. So this cycle isn't about doing what you think you should be doing for others and really focusing outward. It's really about focusing in, really about what you feel inspired by, what you feel drawn to, what you feel driven forward into, even if it doesn't make sense. So this cycle asks the question, are you expressing your creativity through your business? Are you sharing things that you have created for you that bring you joy? If you've got a little astrology knowledge, this is fifth house energy. We create for ourselves. What we create in the fifth house, we take out into the world in the 11th house, out into our community. It's what we become known for. And it's likely the things that you started your business around, or the things that you have been passionate about, but maybe are hiding in the closet a little bit. This is the time to bring those passion projects forward, to share them with your community, to really tune into what lights you up. What lights you up is going to create that spotlight and bring folks into your world. So with that in mind, here's what this Leo cycle invites you to explore in your business to move the meter forward towards your goals. So it's really all about, big picture, creating from a sense of passion and excitement for yourself, AKA something I talk about all the time. It's about taking inspired action. What are those passion projects, that those things you create because it lights you up, that maybe you've put on the back burner, or said to yourself, I shouldn't do that? Are you what are you doing what you think you're supposed to do in your business, or are you doing what really is you're tuned into and turns you on, that gets you excited? I did a lot of shoulding myself in the first few years of my business, and even today, those tapes roll in my head. I was telling someone a story yesterday about a coach that I worked with a few years back to help me create my signature program. And she really pushed me towards an audience that I really wanted no part of. And she made me feel like I was totally missing the boat. But I knew deep inside, like my gut said, and my mind said, this is not something that lights me up. This is not something I'm excited about. And I did a lot of shoulding myself and doing what these folks who were, with good intention. It worked for them. It made sense in their world, but it didn't work for me, and it didn't feel good. And so, of course, if it doesn't feel good, you're not getting the results that you desire, which is key. Again, what we create for ourselves, the things that light us up, is what we end up getting to be known for oftentimes. So, number one, take a look. What are those passion projects that you maybe put on the back burner? That thing that you were really excited about, but maybe you were like, nah, that's probably not a good idea because blah, 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 or that doesn't make any sense. What will work? That won't work. So think about those things and bring them back. Come back to them and check them out. Pick one, play with it for a few days, see what comes. The energies right now are really supporting that creativity. And then number two, the second thing to leverage this energy during this cycle to move things forward is sharing. One of the mantras of this cycle is to let your light shine it out there. So we can get stuck behind our screens. I was talking to a client yesterday, and she's like, I'm behind my screen and just doing, and it doesn't feel good because she's not out there sharing it with the world. And we think we got to get it perfect and completely done before we share. And I say, what's true about that? Let's get out there, share what you're working on, share what you're creating, share why you're excited about it, and let people know. Get them excited too. Remember that Leo cycle behind the scenes, that's one of the content pillars for this cycle. It's a powerful way to connect with people. They want those sneak peeks. They want to know why you're so excited about what you're creating. So let's talk a minute about sharing and shining your light, and how to make the most of that energy, especially when you're wanting to connect with potential soul clients, because those places too, where you show up in the world, where you put your most precious resources, time and energy, really need to feel good. This Leo energy is about being playful, having fun. And if you are forcing yourself to show up on social media or to post because you think you should, your energy isn't matching what the energy is. Well, it's never going to match. I don't care if it's Leo cycle or any cycle. We can't be doing because we think we're supposed to. So this is a place where we can shut ourselves and get into overwhelm, which is really something I've been tuned into and working on for myself. With all honesty and transparency, like I have no problem speaking in front of groups of people, but social media has been something that I have this push-pull relationship with, and a lot of shoulding myself of, well, I should be doing this, or I should be doing that, or this person says this, and well, I should be on this site, or am I missing out by not posting here? But it's a lot. It can be a lot. And one of the greatest gifts of the work I've been doing on my astrology certification with my mentor is her the work she's done around social media. And she created this phenomenal system called Moonside Social that I just completed my certification in. And so I've been working on this, and it's really lit me up. I did not think, honestly, that it was something I was going to necessarily offer as part of my services. I had other focuses for how I wanted to use the astrology and the certificates I'm earning. But the more I tuned into this, the more it was lighting me up, because I was like, oh my gosh, here's my permission slip to not try to show up everywhere, to actually have a roadmap that makes sense for me and my energy. So how does this work? So it's kind of like that. It's not blanket advice, like, here's this platform, this is what you do because of its chart. It's more like a relationship matchup. So if you were curious if someone you were dating, for example, was going to be a good fit for you, we could do a little chart matchup, right? I could pull their chart, natal chart, your natal chart, and we could see what it looked like. Well, we can do the same thing now, thanks to my mentor, Vanessa Corzon. We can do the exact same thing with these social media platforms. We can look at what's happening between your chart and their chart and get a really clear idea if this is a good match for you, and also how you can use the platform in a way that makes sense for you. Not everybody's meant to do lives. Not everybody's meant to have a group on Facebook, for example. So if you do, how do you use it and what do you use it for? So this got me really excited, because the more I'm working on my own roadmap, the more I'm like, people need this. Like, my clients need this. And I just did a deep dive for a client. And so I am putting it out there. Imperfect action. I want to do more of these reports for folks so that you can really see where your best social media platforms are, and or if you're already having some success on a platform, but you want to know how to better leverage it, like which pieces will be the better calls to action. Where do you focus on just educating? Not each part of the channel is meant for everything, which was a big eye opener for me, because I was always thinking about it in the sense of, okay, I'm just repurposing. We hear that a lot, like repurpose your content, but we can be way more intentional. And that got me really excited about being more intentional. So let me show you really quickly what this looks like what an actual report might look like. I'm going to share my screen here really quick. Hopefully this all works. Hopefully you can share my screen. There we go. Maybe not. I don't know if you can see my screen. I'm not seeing it. So, okay. I'm gonna pull this back. Hang on a minute. See, using new technology. The question is, does it work? So, all right. I'm gonna put the link below so you can take a look at this report. But here's the opportunity. Work with this Leo cycle. Get creative. Get out there and show off, show up, and do it in a way that's really intentional. So I've got these reports take a lot of my brain power and some time. So again, I'm in the Leo energy testing things out. So I'm going to throw out some opportunities for you to get a basic report. A basic report would be you come to me and you say, I'm already on Facebook and I'm on Instagram and I want to know how to leverage it better. So that would be the basic report. Or you come to me and you say, I have no idea which platforms are really the best for me. I'm everywhere and my energy is splattered and I really want to be more intentional. I'll do a 30,000 foot overview of all the basic platforms, the major platforms that are out there compared to your chart, come back and tell you which ones have the best alignment. Then you pick two and we'll do a deep dive and you'll get a report that will literally tell you, like the example you'll see is for YouTube for one of my clients. And it talks about, how she can utilize the newsfeed, just her regular videos, and what what to work with. So making calls to action there, etc. Shorts, how can she use shorts on YouTube? And that's different than how she's going to use the newsfeed. And then lives, if that's even a thing. So everybody's different. So I invite you to take a look at this. Again, there's no big fancy sales page. There's some examples. There's an example for you. And then there's the checkout page, has all the details on it. But if you need more information, message me, send me an email. But these are pretty, these are generously priced right now at $222 for the basic report. But that's going to give you a deep dive and a strategy for 2 platforms. Pretty good deal. And then the deeper dive, if you don't know, is $444. So again, I'll drop those links in the YouTube description, also in the notes here for in the group. And ask me questions. Tell me what's coming up for you. I'd also love to know what passion project you're working on. So again, let's really quickly recap. This is the Leo cycle business building guidance that we get, which is all about creating from your inspiration. Get those passion projects that you've had on the back burner out of the closet. Pick one to play with and work on, and then get out there and share what's lighting you up. Share what you're creating, and give people that energy, that look into your world. That's how you're going to create those connections, and really being intentional. Where are you shining your light? Really looking at that piece of your business, really looking at where you're showing up and how it's working for you, how it feels. Are you having fun, or are you working hard at it? Those are the great questions to be asking yourself now. All right, my friends, I look forward to hanging out with you again next week, when we'll be talking about more ways astrology can support you in your business. And in the meantime, remember, those stars up above, they are a fantastic guide, in addition to the one in the guides you have right inside you in your own intuitive mind. So sending you much love, and I will see you soon.